Hey guys, it's me again. I just have a brief, sort of late night rant. Um, I couldn't help it. This feed from Twitter that I saw, it's talking about the children and the rapture. Basically, the topic is: are children gonna be part of the rapture? Are all children gonna go up in the rapture? Basically, that's the topic. And it's really not much. Well, let's just stick to the rapture. Let me read part of the tweet. The tweet goes, well, part of the tweet says, all children under the age of accountability are eligible, as Paul taught. I don't know where Paul taught that, and will go in the pre-trib rapture. And then the same guy also tweets, or he quotes somebody else. So I don't know if it's actually him saying it or he's just quoting somebody. I think he's just quoting somebody. But the quote on the tweet goes, at the rapture, born again believers will suddenly disappear from the face of the earth. Included among them will be all children and those mentally incapable of making informed choices. And I think the guy he's quoting had an article also that goes in which he mentions, I believe all children under the age of accountability at the time of the rapture will be counted as part of the church. Now, I disagree. Not all the way, but I disagree with declaring as fact that all children under the age of accountability at the time of the rapture will be counted as part of the church. You know, as I've mentioned in other videos, there's a reason that the Bible is actually kind of silent when it comes to the fate of children in general. Not just, their participation in the rapture, but what happens to, babies who die. Do they go to heaven or hell? I'm not going to get into that right now. I think I may have gotten into that already in my other videos. But to declare that all children at the time of the rapture will be counted as part of the church and therefore will be part of the rapture is irresponsible. And there's that phrase again people like to use, the age of accountability. I'm going to read that sentence again. I believe all children under the age of accountability at the time of the rapture will be counted as part of the church. Now my first question is, does that sentence suggest that all children are under the age of accountability? And if so, what is that age of accountability? My second question is, when he says that I believe all children under the age of accountability, is he implying that there are children who are at or above the age of accountability? So it's kind of not clear. Is he saying that all children are under the age of accountability, whatever age that is? Or is he making a distinction between children under the age of accountability and those who are at or above the age of accountability? See, people who make statements like age of accountability, they're not seeking truth. They're seeking acceptance. They're seeking followers. They're seeking butts in the seats of their congregation. You say stuff like that are very palatable, and you'll have more people flocking to your church, subscribing to your channel, following you on social media. You say stuff like that, that's how you do it. That's how you accumulate a following, by saying irresponsible stuff like that. Now, is it possible that all children will be raptured? It's very possible. I'm not even saying that's not going to happen. I'm not even against that idea. I think there's a very good chance that that will be the case. But to declare it as fact that all children will partake in the rapture, or all children under the age of accountability, and also all those people who do not have the mental capacity to make an informed decision. I mean, who would you include in that? See, that's all part of trying to defend God's integrity. You don't need to defend God. God will do what he wants and he will be right. No one will be able to stand before the Lord and start accusing him of anything. He is blameless and he answers to nobody. Again, I'm not saying the children will not be raptured, but I am against declaring it as a biblical fact when it is not, that all children will be raptured. We're all sinners. We don't become sinners as we live. We're already born sinners. So I know God's character. I know that Jesus looks favorably upon children, and I can trust in that fact. But even more so, I can trust in the fact that God is holy and he is just. And no matter what he does, he is right and he is blameless. And I will leave it at that. I'm not going to try to tickle ears just so I can become more popular and gain more followers on social media and gain more YouTube subscribers. And if you want to say such irresponsible things because you think it comforts others, then you know what? You've gotten your just reward. And hopefully you are really worshiping the God of the Bible and not this God that you made up, who's trying to gain the approval of the world. No, that's not the God I serve. The God of the Bible, Jesus, is good, he is merciful, he is holy, and he is just. And he will be blameless, no matter what he decides to do. So are there going to be children left on earth after the rapture? My answer, I don't know. Is the age of accountability different for everyone? Does it have to be just children? What is the age of accountability? Is it possible? I mean, if you're mentally incapable of making an informed decision because of some mental illness or mental defect, it doesn't matter how old you are, right? It goes both ways. It doesn't matter if you're 5 years old then, but you're fully capable of understanding and making an informed decision. So is the age of accountability different for everybody? Is it even about the age of accountability? See, all that crap, age of accountability, is based on a God who does not know the future and is powerless and is subject to our will. There's no such thing as an age of accountability. God is not, let's just say the age of accountability is 20 years old. Okay, let's just say it's 20. Now there's this guy who's 19 years old, sinning left and right, rejecting the gospel that he's been preached to multiple times throughout his life. His birthday is like 2 weeks away. He's going to turn 20. Now, I guarantee you, God's not in heaven looking at this guy. Oh, come on, you only have 2 weeks before you're past the age of accountability. Either accept my sacrifice on the cross now or die so that you'll still go to heaven even if you don't accept the gospel. No, that's not what's happening at all. God knows the number of our days. There's no age of accountability. You know, God's not like looking at some guy who died 2 weeks after his 20th birthday, and God's saying, "Oh man, you should have died a couple of weeks ago. You still would have made it to heaven." Man, no. Age of accountability is a made-up thing. It's not like, God has this set age for everyone, and he's just like biting his nails, wondering whether or not that person is going to accept the gospel or die after the age of accountability without believing the gospel. No, there's no such thing. God already knows. It's not an age of accountability thing. That's never an issue. So again, back to the main topic. Are kids going to be raptured just because they're kids? I don't know. It's very possible. I'm not against the idea. It's just not something that I'm going to declare as fact when the Bible does not. So anyway, guys, high watch season. Hopefully the rapture does happen during the second Passover. If not, then we'll just keep on looking. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'll see you next time. Hopefully there won't be a next time.